Are you guys ready for $100,000? Packages came in. Let me see what this is. So we got time with a good package. Hold on, bro. Oh, this is thick. Oh, this is so. Oh, this is thick. Oh, this is really thick. This is thick. How you open this though? Wait, how do you open? How you open this? What the is that? Bro, this cannot fall on my ground, bro. This cannot fall? Oh my gosh. I know you lying. I know you lying. Mission. Chime Progress Fund. Chime is giving you $100,000 to give away to streamers, reminding them they're making it. But not only streamers, but anybody in your chat. But Kai, you only have 60 minutes to give it all away. Your mission starts now. Oh my gosh! Okay. How do we start a timer? How much does the first streamer get? Somebody said 5,000. $5,000. Uh-oh. Okay, $5,000. Who deserves it? Who deserves the 5,000? Now, chat, it cannot be to anybody. I don't know. What category should I go first? First category, we're going to go to just chatting. Okay? Let's do a little scroll. Let's do a little scroll, chat. Let's do a little scroll. Okay. Let's do a little scroll. Hold on.
Anyway, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So I had the option to play Stadium last night, but I wanted the
We gotta
authentic
find somebody
learning experience with you guys.
Yeah,
who's doing something interesting. Okay, hold on. 24/7 oh no. VOD reruns. Nope. No. The Chime guys has passed through. Let's go ahead and let's see. Hold on.
Le pegó para el orto la pelota. Le pegó para el ojete. Pero la intención y el razonamiento de lo que quiso hacer.
Hold on, let me find the right person.
Una frialdad del chabón. No es que
Let
le
me.
pegó para el ojete.
People are trying to go live right now. If you're trying to go live right now, if I find you, then I find you. If I don't. Check pin. Nah, it's good. I could just do it. I could do. No, I don't need a timer. Just remind me of how much time I got left, okay? Chat, look at the pin to see how much time I got left, okay? We have to hurry up. Bro. Oh my gosh, who do I go to? Chat, who should I go to? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let the chat choose. Chat, who's somebody that I don't personally know that I can give this to, bro? Tom's ticking. I know. Okay, shut up.
Oye, ahora explico qué pasó ayer.
¿De dónde está mi negra amigo? I can't understand what she's saying. Ja. Hold on. I want to find somebody good. I know. I want to find somebody good, chat. Somebody who really needs it. One more stream for partner. Hold on.
I don't even care about the money. I literally just want to get rid of 21. That's the only reason I want partner.
Uh-oh.
Which is why you keep your.
Wait, where's the donations?
Don't worry about it. But I appreciate it anyway. Thanks for watching. We're not doing Skulker 12. You, bro.
Hold on.
You, bro. I mean, I love money. I'll take any money that's available. But I
I'll
don't
take any money. No, don't
Thanks for
end.
watching. One more time.
No!
Appreciate it. Go watch Calvin. He's playing
No.
Captain America.
No.
In
No.
what is this? Are you
Don't-
serious?
Don't end. Don't
Hold
end.
on, cancel.
Canceling.
Canceling?
Don't end. Don't end.
What?
Don't
What
end.
did?
Don't end. Don't
Did you
end.
really raid me on the? That's
Don't
crazy.
end. Don't end. Don't end. We're gonna do chat. We're doing 5,000. Hold on.
Is this? Are you real?
He can't know though. He can't know. He can't know.
Is this actually happening right now? It's not actually Kai. Is it actually Kai Cenat?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Type
It's
one
not.
if it's Kai Cenat.
No, it's not cussing that.
It's definitely Kai Cenat. I don't think there's a fake partner. I'm not ending. I click cancel. I promise you. I promise you. This is
Wait.
unreal. Are you serious?
What's wrong? What's wrong, chat? Chat, what's wrong? Nigga, how do I do this? What do I click? Oh, cussing that. Hold on.
Kai Cenat. It's Kai Cenat.
Where is that? It says I need PayPal. I don't got
Kai Cenat.
PayPal. Oh my gosh. Chat, it says I got need PayPal. I don't have PayPal. Oh, here, okay, right here, right here, right here, right here. Right here, right here. Calm down, calm down. Everybody calm down, relax. Calm down. It's not me. It's not
Guys.
me. It's not me. Where's
Guys.
my wallet? Oh my fuck. Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet?
Stop snitching as 500 people that aren't part of a raid appear. Right, bro. Right. You're not. No. I actually can't. Hold.
Oh my god, I'm so slow. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Chat, I'm so slow.
Okay. Well, okay.
Bro, why is it telling me to create an account right now?
You are responsible for 10 billion views on YouTube. Is that right?
If we added it all up in the history of me doing YouTube, probably pushing 50 billion views.
Wow.
Can you break down why that title thumbnail works?
I've never been more confident on uploading YouTube videos as I was with that video.
Really?
But how we packaged it could be the difference between it getting a couple million views and 28 million. Brand YouTube channels are corporate video dumping grounds.
I'm going to tell you guys the most recent upload to the Target YouTube channel.
Great.
Whoa.
Today on the Colin and Samir Show, we're joined by YouTube expert and strategist Paddy Galloway. Now, we first came across Paddy Galloway as fans of his channel. He was uploading breakdowns of creators like Mr. Beast, KSI, and Ryan Trahan, talking about why their channels were so successful. Now, one of the most interesting things about Paddy is not only is he working with creators on their videos, he's also working with brands on their YouTube strategies. So, for example, he works directly with Red Bull on their videos, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles. It's one of the most fun parts of this conversation is talking about how brands are going to now occupy space on YouTube. In this conversation, we dive really deep into the strategies that top creators are using to grow their channels. We talk about ideas and what makes a good idea for YouTube, how to package it correctly, and we also talk about where YouTube is heading next. All right, now for our conversation with Paddy Galloway.
All right, Paddy Galloway, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's been a long time coming, and I'm excited to be here.
You refer to yourself as a view maxer. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean,
View maximizer or something?
View maximizer. You know, we get views. That's our kind of catchphrase for everything I do. I think
死なないで。
戦え戦え戦え戦え。
dead. We're cooked. Of one games of Valorant and one games of Fragpunk. Shit, you know? Seems like a good idea, you know, right? I got him, bro. W's in the chat, bro. W's in the chat, bro. That I don't know, like maybe Sir Pineapple.
Editing's not just about making things look cool. It's about controlling human attention. As an editor, you have more power than you think. As an editor, you have the ability to completely change how someone feels. You're manipulating time, emotion, and perception. And when you play around with human psychology inside of a timeline, you can become unstoppable. Now, before we jump in, I want to say that I have a school community that recently launched all about getting better at video editing and building a business as a video editor, but more on that in a bit. For now, let's rewire how you think about editing. Now, I've spoken to a lot of the top editors in the space. I've edited for really big creators myself. I've been editing full time for on the back end of 7 years now. I've even hired editors myself, and through it all, I've learned the problem is that editors think better editing means mastering these trendy motion graphics, these super cool unique transitions like Sam Colder, or these super cool new effects or expensive plugins. But despite what makes people binge watch your video, and it's definitely not what makes someone feel something. Great editors don't just edit. They translate emotion. See, bad editors, they focus on just cutting clips, but great editors, they translate what was felt in the moment. The question isn't what shot comes next? What should I cut next? Where's the next mistake? No, it should be, what should the viewer feel next? How is this next cut motivated? And when you think like that, your pacing changes, your shot choices change, and your entire edit starts to flow completely different. You're not just piecing together footage, you're building an emotional experience. In fact, just to show you what I mean with a real life example, take one of my favorite movies of all time, Batman: The Dark Knight. In the scene when Joker's talking about how he got his creepy smile, there's a part in here that just had masterful editing. And a way in which we can show emotion as editors is with extra footage that we may have available to us. So in this example, we could hold this scene on Joker, but to evoke more emotion in this scene, we can also cut to Rachel and get a reaction shot. For example, watch this scene.
You are beautiful. Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars?
See, we have Joker, and then it cuts to Rachel, reaction shot, and then it cuts back to Joker. But now let's watch that same scene versus having it without that reaction shot from Rachel and try to feel the difference.
You are beautiful. Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars?
See, if we get rid of her reaction, it doesn't have as much power or emotion, not even close. The reason this works so well, because we're seeing the reaction and because it just makes Joker become way scarier, not just from what he says or how he looks, but from how other people react to him. You see, this is called a reaction cutaway, and it can also be applicable in YouTube. For example, when editing podcasts, you can use this a ton, as there are usually more than one guest on a podcast at a time. So when one person's saying something, instead of having it only on him, cut to a reaction shot of the other guest. But this is just one technique of many, many. See, now what I really want to talk about is actual theory that can shift the way you think about editing as a whole to help you improve. And the first mindset shift in doing that is understanding the theory that video editing is mind control. People talk a ton about, especially when it comes to YouTube, obviously, average view duration on videos. Like it's some sort of mystery or something, but it's honestly not at all. If you really want retention for your own personal brand or for your clients that you're editing for, then here's what actually matters. You have to control attention. You have to control emotion. You have to control curiosity. And as editors, we can control a lot of this, more than you likely think that we can. All it takes is a little bit of thinking outside the box from time to time. And one thing that I really like to do that's worked for me really well with clients I've worked with is when editing, to always make sure that I'm building a masterpiece in the timeline, is to ask myself a lot of questions as I edit, instead of just mindlessly cutting. For example, around every natural section of a video that occurs, or if there's no sections or breaks or chapters, just every 60 seconds or so, I always ask myself, what question is stuck in the potential viewer, the person who's potentially viewing this video, what question is stuck in their head right now in this part of the video that we're in? Then what I like to do is, based on that answer, I'll try a few things that make sense for that part. Things like, can I delay the answer to said question to create a curiosity loop to maybe pay off later in the video? Can I build tension in this moment even more? Can I take away anything in the video to be able to give just enough info to keep them more hooked, instead of just giving them all the information? You see, it's not about throwing in a ton of fancy animations or using crazy plugins. It's about making the brain itch for the next frame. In fact, there's a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik effect that really drives this whole point home here. The Zeigarnik effect essentially means that your brain remembers unfinished things, or things that are unfinished, way better than things that have already finished or things that are concluded. Have you ever been heartbroken and you didn't get the closure that you wanted? And then that breakup ended up haunting you and it stuck with you for more years than you'd like to admit. Versus if you had a relationship where you got closure, you probably moved on pretty quickly. You probably forgot about that relationship altogether. The reason for this is because of the Zeigarnik effect. That breakup with no closure, it's stuck with you in your brain for years because the brain, the psychological principle of the Zeigarnik effect, kept that unfinished relationship in your mind way clearer than the one that had finished, that had concluded, that did end with closure. So if we can understand this and apply it to our editing by not allowing things to finish until the end of the video or not at all, we can hold them for much longer. We can make our content, our clients' content, stand out in their minds for much longer. But that still isn't enough, because this next principle is also equally as important. But I first want to let you know really quickly that if you want to learn more about video editing and you want to learn more about growing a business as an editor, then you should join my school community below. Inside the community, you get full access to complete masterclasses on how to become a better editor, how to learn to do so, not just via the technical side of things, but also through storytelling and understanding the human psychology side of things to be able to implement that into our edits. Then you have entire masterclasses inside a module on how to actually start a business as an editor and make a good living with editing. I have a goal inside of there to help you break free from the noise that you're fed by so many gurus in this space today, and how to actually land a high-paying client, or just clients in general, and all of the systems, frameworks, and SOPs that go along with that. Plus, for some of the clients that I've edited for, I've ended up also becoming their YouTube strategist and growing, for example, one of my old clients' channels from 2,000 subscribers to 40,000 subscribers in less than 90 days. And I have a whole module inside of my school community on how I did that, so editors like yourself can do the same thing to build your own personal brand, and so much more. So if that sounds interesting to you, for the first 100 people who join, you'll get discounted access at only $39 a month. Then after that first 100 people, the price will jump to $67 per month. So make sure you're a part of that first 100 and click the link in the description below. Anyways, I was saying that the next theory is that the cut isn't just a transition, it's a decision. See, every time you make a cut, you're making a choice. You're making a choice about what the viewer sees and what they don't see, which is equally as important. You can take raw footage of someone talking. By shifting just a few pauses or removing a few breaths, you can completely change how confident, nervous, or authentic they come off on camera. You have that power. Same clip, totally different perception. That's editing at the highest level. Not just arranging footage, shaping reality. This is why it's so frustrating to see so many editors using AI tools to cut the footage, then just focus all their attention on the animations and stuff. No, you can't build a house on sand. You need a good foundation to do so, a solid foundation, and it's the same thing in editing. The foundation of the video is the A-roll and how it's cut. So to build a good edit, we need to make that foundation strong. We should all be striving to make our edits feel like a stream of thought, not like a checklist. Because if we make it feel like a checklist, if we do that, it'll look like one. But when it feels like someone's actual thought process, when we cut it accordingly, that's when people are way more likely to lock in. And remember that you're not just cutting things together as an editor. I really want to drive that point home. You have a lot more power behind the content than you think. You're not just editing, you're telling people what to feel. And I know a lot of editors don't want to hear this, but the harsh truth that most editors miss is that if someone finishes your video and says, "Oh man, that editing was pretty cool," you actually missed the mark. That's not our goal. The best compliment that you can possibly get as an editor is to hear something like, "Man, I could not stop watching that," or "Wow, that really hit me," or "I don't even know why, but I really felt that." When the edit disappears, when it becomes part of the story itself, that's when you've hit mastery. The best video editing is invisible. And don't get me wrong, the flashy stuff, the cool animations, the expensive plugins, it's fun, I enjoy it, and it can definitely add a ton of value to you as an editor and to the edit. But if you want to actually get better in a way that nobody else is, it comes down to emotion, to attention, timing, and intent. And when you master this, all of this as an editor, even as a content creator, that is when content becomes a game. That is when you win.
I don't ask if it'll go viral. I can figure out how to make it viral.
That is an absurd thing to say. That's Jenny Hoyos, an 18-year-old YouTuber who is absolutely crushing shorts. She's done over 600 million views in the past year alone, averaging 10 million views per video. How does she do it?
I have analyzed thousands of shorts. I've analyzed all of Mr. Beast shorts, all of Ryan Trahan's shorts, and what I found was...
In this episode, you'll learn how to make anything go viral.
I think you can make a video about anything. It's just adding
how to create the perfect short.
Every second counts on a short. Like every single second. Whatever you say you're gonna do, you end it right after you do it.
The differences in short form content platforms.
Short form content is not the same across platforms. I noticed that YouTube likes...
And a hot take you might not be expecting.
Retention doesn't matter as much as people think it does.
You said this kind of aside. You said, well, I can make anything go viral. Like if the idea is good, I can make it.
I will sketch like almost as if it's title and thumbnails. So like I have my iPad and I draw like what would I visually want it to look like? What are different ways if I was to put it together, what would that look like? So when I'm making a hook, I just like keep drawing and sketching or like even just imagining until something just clicks. So the first thing is the visual. Easily. The first thing is the visual, and then I figure out how I'm gonna accompany that visual. And what I'm saying, I try to make it as concise as possible, and then I'll put it in a readability checker. and then make sure that it's actually like understandable to at least like 5th grade or under.
What's the readability checker that you use?
I don't know. I don't pay for it. It's readabilityformulas.com is the one I use.
And you want to be 5th grade or under?
5th grade or under. Yeah.
Have you played around with things that are
Is if it could be used as a title and thumbnail on a long form and like it will still get clicks, then it'll work for a short. You know, so the hook needs to be very visual. You need to understand it without even listening to it. And after scraping everything, that's when I realized like 5th grade and under is like about the range you want to be at. Yeah, I think, that's just simply put, yeah.
How did you land on 5th grade? Was that the average of all of these?
I'm not gonna lie, the readability can sometimes be off, but it was just like at a range. Cause I believe like Eric, for example, is like slightly higher. I don't know the exact number in the top of my head, but I just noticed that like a good in between is 5th grade, but right? So what I did is like I did my own little experiment.
I have 6 million subscribers. I have the most viewed video on the topic of education and climate change. Now, I say this not to flex, but to tell you that it wasn't luck. There's a formula to it. And in this video, I will share with you 21 things I would do if I started a YouTube channel. Number 11 is a game changer. The first thing that I would never do is I would never say, like, comment, or subscribe, right? Because that's what amateurs do. The experts, they say, watch this video. Because if you get somebody to watch another video, this will trigger.
It really is true, bro. If you lock in, genuinely put the work in, and do the things that you know need to be done every single fucking day, this shit is achievable. Porsche GT3 RS. This thing is an absolute beauty.
Damn, bro.
Beautiful.
Oh wait, it's coming up. It's coming up.
A cut? Yeah, you guys, you said you're from out of state though. You don't live here?
Upstate New York.
Oh, upstate. Oh shit.
Yup. Gotta do a little taste test, bro.
Little taste test. Let me get a good bite.
Gotta mix it up a little bit too.
Good call. That's money.
What do you rate it?
Solid like 9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it.
Over? I do, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been driving around since I bought this car 2 hours ago. That was the first time I had a little bit of an open road, and I just wanted to give it a little pull.
Well, I didn't pull you over for speeding.
Oh, for my plates?
No, I only pulled you over because I want to trade cars.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, man. I just got it. All right, so that should be registration there. This looks like my insurance.
I got you.
So.
Well, you can't do that here because there's a lot of pedestrians and bicycles here.
This is my first time in this area, so like I said, man, I just got the car. I saw a little bit of an open road, wanted to, give it a little bit, but I don't blame you for pulling me over.
I'm gonna check you out, make sure you're good.
Cool.
All right, this is illegal.
Okay, this is from the dealer.
Yeah,
so
you can't have a tint all the way down. You can have a strip across the top.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
Or just don't attract attention. You won't have to worry about it.
Okay.
All right, you good here with your license?
Yeah.
Any citations or anything?
No.
All right, cool. All right, give me a little bit, and then I'll come back to you, and most likely, I'll give you verbal warning with the tents and stuff like that.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Right,
I appreciate you.
Hey,
hella cool cop, bro. Cool ass cop.
Cool ass cop.
Hey, this is good. As long as he doesn't give me a ticket. He said he'll give me a warning for that. So I would imagine that means I'm getting a speeding ticket. Yeah, I would love to hear.
That guy who pulled over, he's trying to buy one of these for his retirement.
Oh, he should, bro.
He's working strictly just for his retirement. This is what he wants.
Yeah.
That's why he stopped. He goes, hey, you got my car.
I mean, I've had it for only like 2-3 hours, but I love it so far.
She's beautiful. Just drive safe and have a good time.
Sweet.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you, man.
Take care. Have a good one, brother. Take care.
Take care, officer.
All right. Nothing on the.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for being cool, bro. Cool ass car, bro.
I told you it's a good luck car, bro.
Yeah.
It's a good luck car.
Hopefully,
I told you.
Hopefully, knock on carbon fiber. Hopefully, we didn't use all our good luck up.
Well.
That was funny, bro. Damn, he's right. There is some cool ass sights here, bro. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Oh shit.
That was cool.
I fucking know you, bro. Did you get that on camera? What? I just got pulled over. I can't. What did he say? I don't know. What? I can't hear him. He said something lineup. I don't know.
I think you're talking about your car lineup.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know. Nice change of scenery, bro.
Yeah, for real. It's pretty over here, bro. Where are we? Key Biscayne?
Yes.
I would live over here, bro. This would be nice.
Yeah, we're coming up on it. Oh, right here. See that? That's what he's talking about. You could give it a look. See if
there's some cool shit.
Yeah. Low-key, I think across the street might be better, right?
Across the street?
Like over there, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what's good over here.
I feel like we're playing GTA right now.
Yeah, holy shit. We're like breaking into the airport.
Yeah.
Trying to steal a plane.
You escaped the 1-star.
Yeah, I did. Escape the 1-star. I mean, like, right here's cool and all, but nothing, like, crazy, you know?
Still nice views, but for pictures, not really sure.
Yeah, let's go across the street or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said, do you like Lil Baby?
Oh, I do. Of course I do. Your recent vlog, I put all Lil Baby in there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Lil Baby's Get Money music, man. If you got motion, you listen to Lil Baby. See, like, right here would be dope for pictures.
Yeah, this is a cool spot, bro. Yeah. I like this spot. It's sick.
Alright, you ready to cook with the IG pics?
Yes,
we
sir.
We need to get the cigars going so I can...
Oh, we're gonna get the cigars going here?
You want to?
We could do.
Yeah, see, you only get this. You can adjust the seat back. Oh, yeah, it's carbon. Yeah.
Damn.
Womp womp. I need to put my aura farming scarf on. All black fit, all black GT3 RS.
Yo.
The cigars go.
Oh, I think they're in the seat.
Bit. Is that going? I can't see. Maybe it's just bright as fuck.
Bro, are you fucking serious?
No way it's out of butane.
It's out.
It's out?
It's fucking empty, bro.
Bro, they gave us an empty one?
Bro, it's so mid.
Bro, what?
Bro.
Ain't no way, bro.
My fault, bro.
No, that's not your fault.
I should have checked.
They should have given us one with butane, bro.
Damn, bro.
Man. Alright, well.
IG picks without the cigars, I guess.
Cigars for another day. This shit is crazy, boys. I know you see a lot of shit on the internet, a lot of kids my age flexing, buying cool cars like this, popping their shit. And it stresses you out, bro. It probably makes you feel anxious, probably makes you feel like you're not doing enough. And the reality of it is you probably aren't. You probably aren't, because in the back of your head, your subconscious knows
what you need to do on a daily basis to get to points like this, right? And if you know every day going to sleep at night, really, bro?
Damn.
If you go to sleep at night, every night, knowing that you didn't do the things necessary every single day in order for you to get to a point where on a random ass Wednesday afternoon you can pull up to the fucking beach in your GT3 RS that you just bought as a 20-year-old kid and fucking admire the beautiful water and admire the beautiful palm trees and all of God's creations, you know in the back of your head, bro, whether you're doing the things that are necessary in order for you to get there. And a lot of people also say, like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what I need to be doing. But in order to figure out the things that are necessary in order to get to a point like this and what exactly has to be done, it requires you first starting. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the fact that I just started doing something and started working my ass off on something. And don't get me wrong, the materialistic shit is really cool. I live for moments like this and to be able to buy cool cars like this. But in the end of the day, you can't take this shit with you. You need to think to yourself what actually makes you fulfilled. For me, it's working. For a lot of other successful people I know, it's working. And don't get me wrong, this shit is really cool motivation, bro. Like, this is a big motivator for me. You guys know I love cars. Cars is a huge passion of mine. Cars is a huge hobby. Big life goals revolve around cars for me. But like, in the end of the day, the fulfillment comes from the work that I do and the things that get me to a point like this. Shout out to everyone who watches my videos. This shit genuinely would not be doable without you guys. I know every single YouTuber, every single TikToker, Instagram influencer you guys see says that shit, but genuinely from the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me. The amount of support that you guys have given me, and genuinely I would not be here if it weren't for you guys and the motivation I get from you guys supporting me and everything that I do. All right, boys, I'm gonna throw up a little Q&A on my story on Instagram. We're gonna let you guys ask me some questions. I'm gonna answer a few questions in this video just because, I don't know, I kind of feel like doing that. I haven't done it on here on YouTube in a while. Where should we go? Do you want a smoothie?
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Where can we go for
cool.
a smoothie from here?
That I don't know, bro.
That I
I don't be getting smoothies like that, to be honest.
I don't really know where we even like are, bro. Let me
Yeah, me too, bro. This is what happens, guys. We're both from the Midwest, so
yeah, we're foreigners, bro.
Downshift sounds really nice.
The downshift does sound really nice. And imagine it with an exhaust when it really screams.
Maybe terrorizing Brickle.
Yeah, for real.
Damn, that sounds nutty. You hear that whine, bro?
Yeah. Sounds heavenly, bro.
Yo, you're getting filmed right now by that guy over there.
Oh.
I don't know if the camera caught it, but
He looked down and smiled when I threw up the peace sign. Alright, boys, we got our little smoothie. We always spawn at Pura Vida, bro. Every single video. Somehow we spawn here. But I got a little chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Shit fire. I was sitting here thinking, I didn't say this on the video yet. The Porsche key is cool. I don't know, it's just like sleek. They shape it in the shape of a Porsche. Yeah. It's kind of cool. I don't know. All right. First question I threw up on my story, the Q&A. I posted this little Q&A thing. We got how many oh, it doesn't say how many total, but lots of responses. First question, Wade Houston asks, where does your motion come from? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Freelance brand scaling, bro. Pierre's calling me. Pierre's calling me. Hello?
Where you guys at?
Pura Vida. Somehow we always spawn here, bro. All right, we'll come pull up. All right, bet. We'll be there in a little bit. I'll text you when we're like 5 away. Bet. All right, we're gonna go let Pierre see this, but let's answer another question. How many days till you total the GT3? Hopefully, infinite amount of days. Hey, at least we got that tunnel pull. Yeah, that was fun.
different, but it's getting.
What to do, boys? If you found this channel, congrats. This is my second channel. Well, maybe even third if you count my POV channel. But essentially on this channel, what I'm going to be doing is talking a lot more about business specifically, a little bit about what I do, a little bit about generalized business, just kind of going with the flow as I go from video to video and kind of just coming up with different video ideas that give you guys a bunch of value. So I can't say exactly what these videos are going to be because it's kind of just going to be sporadic as I get ideas for videos and as I get ideas for videos that give you guys value and overall help you guys, because I'm here to help you guys make money and here to help you achieve your dreams the same way as I did. Today's video in particular, I figured what better way to start this channel off than talk about specifically what I do, what exactly it is, and how exactly someone could get into it. But yeah, if you guys are coming across this video randomly and you've never seen me before, go and check out my other channel, Brez Scales, where I basically just vlog and show a little bit, kind of glimpses of what I do, but I don't really talk too in-depth about it. And then make sure you go follow all of my other social platforms as well, as I'm very active on those. To get more specific into this video, what exactly is freelance brand scaling? And before we get into the definition of what freelance brand scaling is and what exactly that means, what exactly it looks like, how exactly you could get started, first we need to start with shifting your mindset. I think this is a very overlooked part of business, especially as a whole. I think mindset is a very, very important key factor in becoming successful and overall being successful in a business and an entrepreneurial world. I almost stuttered there. But I think it's very, very important to overcome the limiting belief and understand that you are no different from the people who are successful, the people who have became successful. I'm no different than you. You are no different than me. It's also very important to understand that great things take time, and in order to become successful, you have to be patient, you have to be willing to put in the work and wait the time that it takes to become successful and get to where you want to be. Business as a whole starts with overcoming the limiting belief and understanding the fact that you are no different from the people who have became successful, and you are fully capable of doing it yourself. Now that we got that boring shit out of the way, what exactly is freelance brand scaling? Freelance brand scaling is honestly very simple. All it is you are essentially the middleman in between a company and their advertising. So you are the one on the back end who's running all the advertisements for a business, specifically on social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Google. Literally could be any social media platform that anyone ever browses on. You're the one running advertisements on that platform for a business. You are the marketing team for the business. Now, more specifically, all of those platforms listed, all of the possible platforms that you could be running ads on for a business, you're going to kind of narrow it down to what exactly makes the most sense for that business. Now, let's say I'm running ads for a streetwear brand. Most likely, their average demographic of customer is going to be on a platform like TikTok or on Instagram. Their average customer demographic is more of a new gen, younger type of dude, someone like myself. I don't use a platform like Facebook. I use platforms like Instagram and TikTok. That's where their customer demographic, average customer demographic, ideal target audience is going to be. So for a business like that, it makes sense to be running ads on a platform like that. Now, like I said, you're in charge of running all of those social media advertisements for that business. And in return of you running ads for that business, you're getting a percentage of the revenue that you generate for them. There's multiple ways that you could go about charging a client. You could either take the percentage of the revenue that you generate them, like I just mentioned. You could charge them an upfront retainer of $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $10,000 per month, or simply you could charge them a percentage of the ad spend total. However much you're spending on ads, you take a percentage of that, because most likely the more that you're spending on an ad account and the more money that you're spending overall on advertisements, ideally is the more work that you are putting in on their business. Now, you guys are probably coming across all of these questions, and one of those top questions is, how exactly do I learn the skill of running ads for these businesses? And honestly, it's very, very simple. Me personally, I completely taught myself. And the way that I taught myself was by running my own clothing brand, which then I dabbled into the ads world, started running ads for my own clothing brand, quickly learned how to actually go about doing this and doing this profitably. Now, a lot of you out there probably don't have any sort of business that you could practice on. And I think it's a really big common misconception that learning the skill of running ads is hard. But you're also probably like, if it's not hard, why aren't businesses doing it for themselves? An ad platform looks very complex when you actually start to run ads.
So I think it's a common illusion that most businesses get into a stage of running ads and hop into an ads manager platform and they just get overwhelmed by it all. Now, if you can manage to not get overwhelmed by it and spend a little bit of time to actually learn the platform and learn how to utilize it to your advantage and learn how to use it to make a shit ton of money, you can make a shit ton of money. To actually go ahead and learn an ads manager platform, I honestly recommend just literally going on an ads manager platform and just playing around with it. That's literally how I learned ads. Obviously, you could do things like buy a course out there, which I think is a great idea. Or you could simply look across free tutorials on YouTube or Google or anywhere, really. Anywhere you can find any sort of free advertising tutorials, go ahead and watch them and take notes. And yes, I will definitely in the future post videos on that, but this is my first video ever on this channel. I do actually have some old videos posted on my channel back from a few months ago, so if you go to my other channel, Brez Scales, there's actually some tutorials on there. So definitely go and check those videos out. After actually learning a little bit of the ads platform and playing around with it a little bit, I recommend you literally go out there and you sign your first client. Yes, literally just throw yourself into the fire. Once you have the most basic understanding of the ads manager platform, literally go out there and sign your first client and throw yourself into the fire of actually doing the ads for a business. And I know that sounds a little bit insane to go out there and sign a client without really having any sort of idea of how to actually run ads for that client, but it's necessary to put yourself in a position where you're forced to be uncomfortable and forced to figure it out. That's the best thing you can do getting into business or just in business overall, is put yourself in uncomfortable positions that are forcing you to do nothing but grow and obtain new skills. I'm really good about doing this, and I think that this is one of the biggest reasons that I became as successful as I have today. But now you're probably asking, Brez, how the hell do I sign my first client? And I'll make videos that go more in depth on this, but quickly, I'm gonna summarize it for you guys. Let's start by identifying the key ways to actually go about signing a client. Number 1, cold calling. Essentially just calling businesses and pitching them on your services. Number 2, cold outreach on social media platforms. Literally sending outreach messages on a social media platform like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, literally could be anything, pitching them on your services. And number 3, cold email. Again, same thing as the social platforms, except you're sending it to a business's email. Number 4, LinkedIn outreach. I'm not gonna go in depth on this one. This one I'm saving for the ERT members. Now, let's talk about picking a niche. It's important that you go ahead and narrow down on a niche of businesses that make the most sense for you. Obviously, you guys have seen me and my content, and the niche that I work in is clothing. Majority of my clients are in clothing. Obviously, we have clients outside of that niche and in other realms of the world, but clothing is our main demographic and the main niche of clients that we actually work with. So for you, it's important that you go ahead and narrow down a specific niche of ideal clientele that you want to work with. Now think about potential clients that you may already have some sort of relationship with. This could be a friend that owns a business, this could be a family friend, this could be one of your parents' friends, any single sort of person that you have slight leverage to kind of wiggle your way into the door and easily sign that first client. That could be a great niche to enter into. Or it even could simply be a niche of stuff that you are interested in. Honestly, whatever floats your boat. Maybe it's a niche that you have expertise in. For me, clothing. I had my own clothing brand. I understand the game of clothing very well and how to sell clothes and how to market clothes. For you, it could be landscaping. Maybe you work a construction job right now and you know a lot about construction. Maybe you want to go out and sign clients that are construction businesses. Or maybe detailing companies. Maybe you own your own detail business right now, or maybe one of your homies does. It could be literally anything. Think of any sort of business that would ever need marketing done for it. Pretty much every business out there always needs more leads and more customers. You're gonna be the one to do that for them. Clothing was an easy niche for me to enter because I already knew a bunch of brand owners in the space, so I was easily able to just reach out to those couple brand owners that I knew and sign them as my first clients, get them results, start posting on social media about the results that I was getting, and then boom, I had a ton of clients from there. There's so many people just hitting me up like, yo, Brez, I want to work with you. Yo, Brez, I want to work with you. And boom, here I am today, years later. Now let's go a little more in depth on these actual client acquisition methods. Now, number 1, back to cold calling. You're gonna want to go ahead and create some sort of script that you can actually use over the phone when you're cold calling businesses. Now, ideally, with every cold call, your main objective is to get a hold of the business owner and then get them booked in for a meeting where you can actually go more in depth on your services and actually make your pitch. The objective of this cold call is solely just to get them on the phone and get them booked in for a meeting. This isn't supposed to be some sort of 20-30 minute conversation where you're telling them all about what you do. This is very brief, straight to the point. Get them booked in for a meeting where you can go more in depth and actually make your pitch. So go ahead and create some sort of script. I'm sure that there's tons of free resources out there. And then there's tons of free or very cheap softwares out there that you can actually use to scrape leads of business owners and just sit there and dial those leads. I'll go ahead and give you one, but I'm saving the rest for my ERT members. That one that I'll go ahead and give you is Apollo AI. You can use Apollo AI to scrape all these leads, get a list of a bunch of leads, and then just sit and cold call a bunch of those businesses. Now, moving to the next one, cold outreach on social platforms. You're gonna wanna go ahead and find businesses on social platforms within your target niche. This could be literally any sort of social platform: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook groups. Get creative with it. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys my little hint, the social media burner method. You know how you sit and brain rot scroll on these social platforms every single day? Well, instead of that just being a waste of time, we're gonna use that to our advantage. Go ahead and create a brand new social media account. And you know how when you are brain rot scrolling, it continues to feed you stuff that you engage with and stuff that you enjoy watching? Again, we're gonna use that algorithm to our advantage. So like I said, go ahead and create some sort of new social media platform. And then on that new account, all you're going to do is engage with your target demographic of businesses. So let's say, for example, my target demographic is construction businesses, right? I'm gonna sit there and only engage with construction related stuff so that it continues to just feed me those businesses, and boom. As you're scrolling through your For You page on TikTok, all it is construction businesses, and you just continuously can sit there and outreach those businesses that come up across your For You page. Yeah, that's a good one. You're welcome. Now, let's talk about the next one, cold email. Now, depending on your niche, business owners may be more likely to actually check their email versus some sort of social platform. Think about the average demographic of that business owner. Is it ideally like a younger dude? Is it ideally like an older dude? Like if it's some sort of construction business, most likely it's gonna be some dude, you know, in their 30s, 40s, 50s who owns some family-owned construction business. If it's some new gen streetwear brand, most likely it's gonna be some dude in their 20s.
Where's the bomb, bro? Go here, go. Sang cái xe của mình. Bro, can you?
Activating the bomb.
家里家里一个。
要输成啥了都。
你为什么用挂机啊？
不知道，挂机，哎，拿它没办法，其实也。没头没甲。
就是这么用。
对面扔过来的右啊。
W's. Hey? Nope. Yeah. Really? Really? I'm literally so close to us. Hello. Okay. I'll be back. I'm just gonna ask my dad about. About the mic. I'm just gonna ask my dad about a mic. Yeah, I'm back.